Hey everyone, this is Jack and welcome to the free video. So I just want to go ahead and touch on the foundation of the NASDAQ right now, even though it does have some pretty severe overnight moves. That's on the left-hand side. And what I'm looking at is specifically breaking through these previous highs, holding the 8 and green 10x bars. Green 10x bars are market conviction. So it's fantastic to see foundation. Gives me a little bit more ease of holding on to longs, maybe a Santa Claus rally. Here's NASDAQ on an hourly chart. That's going to look really messy, right? You can even go back to last Monday of last week and see these giant overnight moves. And on the extended session here on the right-hand side, I'll go ahead and show you that. And it's pretty nasty, right? The giant pullback this morning, and then once again we get another midday to closing rally after just bouncing right off of Globex lows on the 600, which was overnight, and you had and in the morning, here's the morning, here's the overnight, a giant pullback, and then climbing into 1700 or 12,700 if I get my numbers right here. And so what's the big picture going into the holidays? Well, I think we're going to have a Santa Claus rally. I think we have enough foundation to prove it. I think that playing the short side of the market is probably a tougher side, even though we could have another giant pullback in the NASDAQ. But once again, remember, it just gets bought up. And I've seen this, we've all seen it time and time after again. The things that I'm paying attention to now are the short-term short in GLD, big move down today. Okay. And then I'm going to be looking at where I can be long for the long term. I want to be buying March, April long calls in 2021. But right now, it's been a fantastic short. So the issue is did you miss the move? It's down $1.30 today, but this has been a concession of moves over the past week from 177. So do we go right back down and kind of bounce off of 173 or maybe consolidate around there? That's what I'm thinking. Red 10x bars on the hourly. The daily chart will give you exactly what I'm talking about for the past 4 days here. Boom, 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 boom. After the gap up, and that was last week, right? So here we are on Tuesday, and you have kind of a symmetry here. You have a push higher and then a pullback that's almost like a perfect pyramid. You have the pullback here, and I think we're going to consolidate here. And this might be the lows for 2020. 172.50, somewhere around there. Now, am I just drawing pink boxes on the chart? Yes, I am. But I've been watching this one for quite some time, and I've been very patient about building into my long position. Right now, I have a short-term short, and that's basically a bearish vertical, trading anywhere below 176 by Thursday. Now, remember, Thursday is a half day, just because we have a unique week going into the holidays. Okay. What I'm looking forward to for trading in the new year is going to be retail, things like Lululemon, semiconductors. Those are always interesting. It's just you got to wait for the setup. And so AMD, for the first time in the last half of the year, is holding 92. It actually went up to 98, went up almost to 100. And now we're just kind of holding here. So I'm going to jump out of that 15-minute chart and go into the daily here on AMD, and it's holding the 21. It's starting a micro squeeze, which means there's some, compression of volatility here. I like AMD as a $100 stock in 2021. I'm going to be playing this to the long side unless the market changes personality. Right? So what has changed personality a few times this year? Well, it's been Tesla. It's been Nvidia with major pullbacks. It's been Zoom. It's been Netflix climbing. I hate the word random because it's not random. It's very deliberate if you're a hedge fund. But Netflix getting an end of day bid from 522 this morning. So does it continue to push higher? I'm going to be watching streaming for 2021. In other words, I think that being on the long side continue through 2021, whenever everyone's expecting a giant pullback or for things just to kind of get quiet, you know what? I feel a little bit more at ease just going with the flow, going with the river. And even though Netflix has been kind of choppy, I'm talking about the overall markets. And so, just look for your setups. I'm trading momentum trades still on the 1 hour chart. Peloton's been amazing. There's a long list, right? And I would say, like, talking about changing personality, Zoom has changed, and we'll pull that up here on the right-hand side. But, once again, not giving any shot or any chance of breaking through 420 and going higher. So we'll see. And this is one that can always change. This one can change on a dime. And we haven't really broken through the 100 SMA. We're retesting it right now, and there's no daily normal squeeze. Okay? Back to Peloton. It has reached its 618 extension. It reached its 1272. You had a lot of people get out of their positions, and it gapped up. I truly, truly love listening to Henry and JC, and Henry's been all over Peloton. So, what more can you do after a 12% move? Especially at an extension, you can take profits. And I would say that going flat into the new year and reassessing, your trading life, your plan, and maybe going back, and now is a good time to go in and go, okay, well, what mistakes was I making? And so after a nice little break through the holiday, I think it's a good plan to step away and find out what setups work best for you, whether it's pulling back to the 8, and then looking for a squeeze. If you don't know what a squeeze is, you can go to our site and check out our indicators. I don't trade without the 10X bars and the squeeze. Specifically Squeeze Pro. So that's what you see on my charts right here. And, you're welcome to join us in the rooms and ask all about it and learn about it for yourself. Certainly a huge part of my trading and helping me find my setups. So those are my thoughts for this week, and I'll have some more content here for you quickly here in the future. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you in the next update.